Chapter 65, Highly Recommend. When Wu Hao's body hit the wall and made a sound, Wang Ying and Yan Wei finally came to their senses and hurried over to check up on Wu Hao's injury. Shi Wenbin and his partner, who were peeking outside of the room, almost dropped their jaws. If that fist landed on their bodies. Thinking of this, the two of them suddenly tightened their buttholes and shivered. We were mocking him so much earlier at the shooting range. Will he turn around later and smash our nuts? His partner said with the look of despair, "Don't mention it, I think I mocked him the most." As Wu Hao was helped up, the blood was coming out of his mouth non-stop like a faucet. Once the qi barrier in his body broke, all of his organs took a lot of damage. After getting helped up, he was already coughing violently with blood. "Captain Wu Hao, are you all right?" Wang Ying asked with concern, and Yan Wei directly went into the room to get the medical kit and give him some painkillers. After Wu Hao took the pills, his vision gradually became clear. His eyes had no spirit in them, as if he had just been raped by a herd of cows. I feel like I was head-butted by an elephant, my bones." "I'm sorry," Su Cheng came over and said apologetically. Yan Wei raised his hand and interrupted him, "Not your fault. Get the military doctor over first." Wang Ying went to get the doctors who came and took Wu Hao away. Su Cheng began apologizing to Wang Ying, but Wang Ying interrupted him, "It's fine, this has nothing to do with you. You didn't deal a fatal blow, and the doctor said the injury is containable. He just needs to rest for a few weeks, so he won't be able to spar with you anymore. As for this case, I still have to report to my higher-ups." Su Cheng nodded. "My bad. I will send you off first." Su Cheng came out of the military region with her. Seeing that he was just going to leave and was not planning to give her his number, she shouted, "If you want to come and find me next time, I can give you my number." Su Cheng just remembered and he patted his forehead, smiling and asking, "What's your number?" Wang Ying rolled her eyes. "Give me your phone." Su Cheng handed it over, Wang Ying dialed her own number and then gave it back and said, "This is my number. You can call me if you need me." "Okay." Su Cheng nodded. "Let's stay in touch." Wang Ying gestured with her hand by her ear. After the two parted, Wang Ying then went to the hospital inside the military region to check up on Wu Hao. The 1.9-meter tall head instructor came out of the ward after checking up on Wu Hao. Seeing Wang Ying, who was one of the witnesses, he asked in curiosity, "Did Wu Hao get hit by a car or something?" "Holy," the doctor said, his skeleton was almost falling apart. Wang Ying was surprised. He was taught a lesson by someone. At this moment, Yan Wei came out of the ward and answered the head instructor's question. The head instructor frowned. He got into a fight with someone. Wang Ying didn't talk. It was also her fault, since she invited Su Cheng here, and it was also her that asked Wu Hao and Yan Wei to train Su Cheng. But who knew Su Cheng would become the big boss and stomp the novice Wu Hao instead? Yan Wei, of course, wasn't the type to be unreasonable. In fact, he actually admired Su Cheng, so he pushed all of the responsibilities onto themselves. "I already told old Wu, I told him not to try the Golden Bell absolute defense thingy, but he didn't listen. See, shit went wrong. Ying brought over a guy and told us to help train him. She said that guy's punch is incredible, and Wu didn't believe it and told him to punch his bully 10 times. And then, he ended up here after the third punch." The head instructor's face darkened. "Are you two taking me as a fool? 3 punches could turn a guy into this? Look at how poor his face looks, he's mumbling about how a train was going to hit him. There must have been a car crash. Hurry, tell me. Don't be scared of that guy's background, you have me. Holy crap, how dare they injure my military region's champion fighter. I will deal with them to the end." Wang Ying and Yan Wei were both speechless. "Then you should wait until Wu Hao wakes up and ask him." Yan Wei didn't know what else to say. After Wu Hao completely woke up, he saw the head instructor sitting by his bed. The head instructor leaned over and asked Wu Hao, "Who did this?" Wu Hao just kept mumbling and said, "I just had this dream, I saw my deceased mother." The head instructor patted himself on the head. "Stop pretending to be crazy. Tell me what happened." "Wu Hao, give me a cigarette." The head instructor lit one and gave it to him. As Wu Hao took a puff, his pale face turned to Wang Ying, who was behind the head instructor, and said, "Get me a ticket to the fight between Su Cheng and the North Gate leader, I need the closest seat to the front. I want to see how much strength is packed behind his most powerful punch." "Yan Wei," the doctor said, "you need to rest." Wu Hao, "No," he said, "his most powerful punch could kill a person. I want to see if someone at the North Gate leader's level would die under that punch." "Wang Ying, do you think he can win against North Gate's leader? What are you guys talking about?" The head instructor was confused. Wu Hao put out the smoke and said to the head instructor, "Boss, there's a guy named Su Cheng from the 5th Military Region. I think you should headhunt him over." Wang Ying listened with joy. The head instructor snorted, "The 5th Military Region? We need to go to such an average military region to headhunt? You are not scared of us becoming the laughing stock of other people? If we are doing headhunting, we should at least go to a military region in the top 10, but you are telling me to go to the 28th ranked one? Let me tell you. At the 5th military region, there are only 2 good ones. One is named Li Wei, and the other is named Luo Yi. Both of them left that region already, so this year they are going to be ranked amongst the last ones for sure. If I go there to recruit, what will our opponents think of us?" Wu Hao bitterly smiled. "Your thoughts were the same as mine when I first saw Su Cheng. And that expression too, full of disdain, it almost rivals mine. And then, I'm laying here now." Yan Wei couldn't help it but mock Wu Hao a little. "I told you that shit doesn't work. See what happens now? Your chi whatever broke, right?" Wu Hao retorted, "You don't understand. That fist. Let me tell you, in front of absolute power, whatever defense is useless. It's just that terrifying." Wang Ying saw a bigger hope of successfully recruiting Su Cheng, so she immediately said to the head instructor, "Instructor, can you try to look into Su Cheng's profile at the 5th military region? If possible, I think we can really recruit him." Yan Wei also nodded and agreed, "Boss, this guy's indeed very skilled, I also recommend him." The head instructor then started looking at Wu Hao with a serious face. "You really turned out this way because of his punch?" Wu Hao nodded. "Putting aside the first 2 probing punches, this guy's punch can really incapacitate someone right away, or even kill." The head instructor paused for a second. "Okay. I will check out this guy's profile. If he's really up to our standards, we can consider headhunting him."